Questions and comments? Questions et commentaires. The Honourable Member for Bruce-Grey-Owen Sound.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the Honourable Leader of the Opposition is first off to say thank you for raising the case of Emerson Sprung, somebody from my own riding that was murdered by an individual out on bail. But I know I've been hearing for years now from my local law enforcement in my riding about the need for this bail reform and the fact that we got to keep these repeat violent offenders. I know the Leader of the Opposition has been around the country over the last few years talking to police associations, police chiefs. Could he please expand on what he's hearing from the police, the people that are out day after day keeping our Canadian citizens safe, yet facing these criminals and rearresting every single one of them? Thank you.
Leader of the Official Opposition.
First of all, thank you to that member for his incredible and distinguished service to the Canadian Armed Forces. A very distinguished record. And moving to the other heroes who also wear the uniform, are police officers. They tell me they are exhausted with arresting the same offenders over and over again, and they say that, that the criminals laugh at them. They say that often criminals now confess to their crimes in the back seat of the car because they don't care if they get convicted, knowing that there will be no penalty whatsoever. And this is the direct result of Liberal laws C-75 requiring the immediate release of the offender at the earliest opportunity and under the least onerous conditions, and I quote, and C-5, the house arrest law. What I say to those police officers is that we want you to have less return customers. And so we'll bring in 3 strikes, you're out, to keep these dangerous offenders in the slammers. Lock them up, throw away the key.
Yeah. Questions and comments? Questions and comments? Questions et commentaires. The Honourable Member for Bruce-Grey-Owen Sound.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And my question, my honourable colleague, it actually builds on the question from the member from Winnipeg North who keeps bringing up this promised bail reform. I just wanted to set the record straight so my learned colleague here that's relatively new to the House understands this is the same promises we've been hearing here for years by this Liberal government. Yeah. It's something we've been calling for. Well, my question specifically is just give the member an opportunity to expand on what he's hearing in his local riding from his law enforcement, because it's something I'm hearing day in, day out from my law enforcement about their frustrations rearresting these same violent repeat offenders.
Honourable Member for Niagara South.
Look, as I said in my remarks, I've spoken to many first responders from the fire service to the police and the community, and people in the medical community, and people who are involved in healthcare, who have to deal with a lot of the issues of people that are being brought to hospital, that are victims of violence. It's widespread, it's pervasive, and it's got to stop. This crime that is in my community, where we used to be able to leave the doors open, we felt safe. This is the street that I've talked about with this individual is the street I grew up on, and it's not safe today. It's not safe in my community, and you're absolutely right, my colleague is absolutely right. The first responders are fed up, and they want to see change, and I hope to God that we can see it very soon.
Questions et commentaires. The Honourable Member for Bruce-Grey-Owen Sound.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was a bit dismayed that the member for Winnipeg North actually didn't talk about the mayor of Winnipeg's comments in the last just couple days, where he talks about, the mayor says, the urgent need for federal bail and sentence reform. The bail and sentencing system is not working, unquote. The mayor of Winnipeg talks about a repeat offender, 24 violent crimes over the last 11 years, and who's violated his bail and probation conditions 12 times. So my question to the member, the first question is, how many strikes does he think this violent repeat offender in Winnipeg should get before he's in jail? And the second question, he talks about this mythical bail reform bill that's going to come out this fall. Is this fall before December 12th?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I've had the opportunity not once but on a couple of occasions to talk to Mayor Gillingham in regards to the issue of crime in the city of Winnipeg, and it is very serious. And I can tell you that at the end of the day, as I've explained to the House, that it's not just Ottawa. Ottawa, in particular, this Prime Minister, in relatively, 4 or 5 months, has done the work that's necessary in terms of the consultations, reaching out, getting the feedback that's so critically important, and then put together legislation, substantial legislation, that will be coming out this fall. Now, I think that you have to provide the new government the opportunity to do the work that's necessary in order to table the legislation. And I can assure you that the Mayor of Winnipeg and many others
I have to interrupt the parliamentary secretary to go back to